I think I need to throw my expectations out the window because I did want to use majority werewolves in this space, and the reality is the stuff isn't cute. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be raggedy and worn. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and welcome to another Sims 4 Kids bedroom renovation that is very themed for my Occult Baby challenge. And today I am ridiculously excited. We are building a kid's bedroom that is werewolves themed. Now, I absolutely love werewolves as a game pack. I think the build buy that comes with werewolves is really cool and very specific to making like a raggedy rundown lot that a werewolf can totally like rage out in, right? This is of course happening because recently in the Occult Baby challenge, we had a baby not just with any werewolf, but with Greg, like the big bad werewolf. So with that being said, let's jump into The Sims 4. I'll introduce you to the child of the werewolf, and then we'll get to renovating her bedroom to be werewolves themed. Alright, so here we have little Luna, and she is the child of the werewolf of Greg specifically. As you can see, she's a toddlerino. She's very pastel looking, but as she actually starts getting a little bit older and embracing her werewolf nature, I'm not sure what color scheme I'm going to go with her, but I do know she's going to have a raggedy, rundown looking werewolf's bedroom. So with that being said, let's get into the room that I've chosen for her. I had two rooms on offer. This one, which was the child of the gnome, but then also I have the one in the roof, which was the child of Kylo Ren. We did have Ben move out in the last episode of the Occult Baby challenge, and I feel like this is gonna be the better space. I mean, we'll get into what she needs to achieve before she leaves the house, but because of what she needs to achieve, I've gone with a smaller space, and also because this space is locked away from the rest of the house. It's up in the roof. It's far away from everyone else. Not saying that she's gonna be scary when she rampages, but yeah, it's gonna be a thing. So I just decided to go with the smaller bedroom for her. With that being said, I do need to find something to put downstairs for the child of Kylo Ren. Honestly, I'm kind of even just thinking of grabbing the child for our Occult Baby shelves. So let me just go and put the child on the Occult Baby shelves. That is, of course, to signify that we have had the child of Kylo Ren. So that is the Occult Baby wall all updated. Looking very cute if I do say so myself. Alright, so after clearing this bedroom, we have 15,076 simoleons to work with today. I think that should be a pretty good budget because I do believe the werewolf stuff is kind of cheap. So with that being said, I did also remove the door. We had the big Journey to Batu door going into this bedroom, and now I need to come up with a werewolves one for this bedroom. So let me just filter by werewolves because we've got a couple of doors. I mean, I could even do the wolf graffiti industrial door because werewolves only can go through that door. Luna is a werewolf, so let's go with that. I'm kind of thinking this black vibe could be super interesting. And it's like behind this door is her little werewolf's bunker, and that's why no one else is allowed in. Ooh, that's so interesting. I love that. Okay, so with door selected, now it's windows. Windows, we've got a couple of windows. I'm kind of liking the more industrial vibes again of these ones. I like this more black swatch. A couple of them I think would just be really nice. And then with that being said, what wallpaper am I going to use in this bedroom is another question, right? All right, so if I'm leaning into this being like a werewolf bunker, for her, I reckon we could go with this caution brick wall. So I'm reckoning we do the caution stripes on these walls, but then I don't want to go with the caution stripes throughout because you can see it's kind of impacting the roof panel weirdly, but we do have the same brick just without the caution stripes. So maybe we're going to go with that. It's going to make this side of the house look really weird for a second, but like, it's fine. We never look at that side of the house anyway, so it's all good. Flooring. Let's have a look at what flooring we've got. Yes, I knew we had this rough and tumble tile. Do I want to go with it in the black or do I like it in a brown? Oh, we've got this kind of gray. That could be interesting. Also, we are saving money. Like, I just saved 280 simoleons by using this. I reckon the brown, just to inject some warmth into it, because we've got a lot of cool tones with the bricks and the windows. So some warmth by adding this really rough looking linoleum. This is exciting. I'm excited. So let's get into maybe having a look at a bed. I know that Werewolves has, a couple of beds. I didn't realize that we had a loft bed. I mean, I don't feel like I'd really need to put anything underneath it. That's all. Like, I was just kind of thinking of going with this bed. So let's just go with that for a second. I'll have a look at some swatches. This is a bed that's built on some pallets. It's also really cheap, 210 simoleons, like I said, because it's made of bits and bobs, right? So let's have a look at the swatches of this bed. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I mean, it's darker tones, but we've got some like purples and some deep reds in there. That could be part of a color scheme we come up with. I think it suits the rest of this room as well. So now that we've looked at the bed, now maybe I should tell you about the requirements for the child of the werewolf. I know what they are, and it's very interesting because having a look at the graphic here, the werewolf doesn't actually have to gain any skills. They just have to become a level 4 werewolf. That's kind of a lot. That's a lot of gameplay that has to take place with Little Miss Luna. She's gonna have to have a few rampages in there, right? And we're gonna have to be gaining and using some werewolf abilities for her. So that's totally fine. It does mean that she doesn't need any skill items, which is another reason that I chose this bedroom, this smaller bedroom, because we can just fill it with werewolf-themed furniture and it doesn't actually need any skill items. It's just about making this look like a werewolf-themed bedroom, but also kind of childlike as well. So I think with that being said, I would just like to filter by everything that we've got with werewolves, and we'll just see what we can come up with. For a little, straight away, hold the phone. Where is it? This graphic. There's this wall graphic that we have. Is it this one? Yeah. This is one of my favorite decals in the game. It's making me think that I even don't want to go with the caution wall. We do have different coloring of this graphic as well. So let me just have a look. We've got this one. We've got this one. I would love to use that, but it's a little bit brighter. We do also have these like newspaper graphics or like these spray paint graphics, right? Oh, that is just one of my favorite decals in the entire game. And I put it behind beds so often. I think Lily even has one behind her bed, doesn't she? Yeah. Lily's got the pastel one behind her bed. I love this graphic so much. So now I'm like, do I want to change my color scheme a little bit? Maybe it doesn't quite need to be so serious. What if I can make it cutesy werewolf? She's a little werewolf girly after all. We could go maybe with the lighter theme, and we could still go with like the pastel, or I'd really love the blue one though, and I would love to lean into the blue one. And considering werewolves are all about the moon, maybe we could do like a darker color scheme. We do have this bed. That could be cute. Okay, so maybe I'm not going to change my brick then, but maybe I will change the floor tile to the black version. The black is just a little too dark though, right? Isn't that just a little bit too dark? But I think out of all of the options that we've got, it's going to be the best option, right? Like everything else is too light for now the vibe that I'm going for. Also, I think I'm going to get rid of the caution wall over here as well. Whoopsie poops. It was a good idea. I still love the bunker door and stuff, but I reckon we're just trying to make it look cutesy werewolf disheveled. Okay, that's kind of the vibe. Cutesy werewolf disheveled. Okay, all good. All right, we have no bedside table in werewolves. I do like to have bedside tables because it's where you can put lamps. So maybe if I can just come up with a bedside table that looks really disheveled. I mean, straight away, it's the hard case end table from Spooky Stuff. And we do have it with this black and brown kind of color scheme. Look, it's fine. Fits in with the vibe that she's kind of torn it up during a rampage, right? Okay, we've got some space next to the bed and bedside tables. I think some plants would be perfect. We've got some interesting plants from werewolves. We've got the Planters 5. They're a bit big, but I could size them down. And then maybe we can put something on the wall above them, right? Just to help fill that space a little bit. So then I think the last thing that I would need for this space for right now is a rug. And we do have a couple of rugs, including disheveled rugs, the Lundvik's Loom flagship rug prototype. And we do have it in some darker colors as well. Oh, that one's really pretty. So is that one. There we go. You can barely even see the rug on the floor beneath the bed, but I know that it's there. And that's really what is important. Let's have a look at the other side of the room for a second, because straight away, things like a bookcase, I mention it all the time. I love putting bookcases in my kids' bedrooms. We have the racked teak are great shelves, which is going to fit in so perfectly in this space, right? I could even maybe put it in the middle. I'm kind of thinking in the middle. And then maybe we can put some things on either side of it, right? Because just the way the wooden sides of it look, they kind of look like columns. Yeah, I reckon that's pretty cute. We can put some more cluttery bits and bobs on that. I would also love to have a dresser. Now we do have the clothing storage chests as a dresser. I just want to see if there's anything else that we could use. Hey! Did you know that 67% of you watching right now are not subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you'd like to see some fun Sims 4 gameplay, some Sims 4 creator sim videos, build videos, and some gameplay of The Sims past, then hit the subscribe button down below and join my wonderful community of Triceratops. But with that being said, let's get back into the video. Nope, no other dresses. So the clothing storage chest, we've got them in this black. They are a little smidge bigger than I thought they would be, but I can alt place them. And then I would love to get the Lunar Vibes wall hanging mirror to go above that. That is one of my favorite mirrors in the entire game. Super cute vibes, fits in kind of perfectly. It's very, very cute. And then on the other side of the bookcase, maybe we could put a desk. Because we do have the door desk, or we have a littler desk, the worn secretary desk. No, that's not worn enough, actually. Whereas the door desk is just a little bit disheveled enough, I reckon. It's disheveled enough. It's also too big for the space. We could get the Moonwood relic display and chuck that over here. Maybe as part of her ranking up, she can try and complete the collection. I mean, she's just got to like dig around on the ground to find things, right? So maybe we can just get one of them to go on the wall to fill that spot. And then over here, we do have a couch, a patched up old couch, but I'm just thinking this is not looking very childlike. Do we have any toys? I could have sworn we had like a doll's house. That must have been in my imagination, because we absolutely do not have a doll's house. I mean, we've got a couple of little toys like Fenry Chomps-a-Lot Jr. Maybe I can chuck him on the bookshelf. He's so small. And we do have sheep in sheep's clothing as well. They're so small, such small little guys. But hey, there's something to go on the shelf and they're childlike, right? So back to what I was originally saying, we do have a couch, the patched up old couch, and I think that'll be perfect to take some space under the windows here. We've got it in like this black, but that might not be quite the right vibe. What about a blue? Helps to introduce some blue, the blue of the decal behind the bed. That could be cute. I'm having a problem. And I think the problem is I was hoping that this would be a cuter room. I think I need to throw my expectations out the window, because I did want to use majority werewolves in this space, and the reality is the stuff isn't cute. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be raggedy and worn. I don't know. I think it's these plants, actually. Let me get rid of these plants. They're not doing it for me. I need to get proper plants, I reckon. I'm coming back to plants because I think part of trying to make this space look cute is by injecting some more night-themed things into it. These stars, right? These stars. I think that's a fabulous start. Okay, so I was also thinking of maybe putting some shelving on either side of the decal and then having some plants on that shelving, as well as some low plants on the ground maybe. Just those plants from Werewolves were a bit too disheveled, not cute enough, I think. That was the issue. Okay, straight away, just with these two plants, which I don't think I've ever used a succulents plant from laundry stuff before, laundry day stuff. That's just looking so much cuter than it was straight away. I reckon reckon definitely some shelving would be amazing to put beside the bed. Okay, I just needed to get out of my own brain for a second. It's all good. All right, so some clutter to go on that shelving. Could even be some smaller plants just to introduce some more greenery. But I want to come up with as many like moon or night themed things. So maybe even things like this little moon nightlight and the little terrarium we had there. And then maybe I can put some proper lamps on the bedside tables would be a vibe, I reckon. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be really cute once I do some cluttering. I'm just now not sure about this side of the room. There's just something missing, I think. Or something's just not quite the way that I was hoping it would be. I'm not sure. I'm going to get rid of the Moonwood Mill Relic Collection stand though. I think maybe I'm going to move this bookshelf into the corner. I want to move the mirror into the middle. Maybe I need to get a smaller dresser that's not werewolves themed. And then I'm thinking of getting another of the bookshelves to go on this side. So we're kind of framing the mirror in the middle. Let me have a look at some dresses, maybe a smaller dresser for a minute. Again, in trying to get out of my own head, right? Yeah, I'm liking this vibe much more than what we had before, okay? Also, just look at that as a picture, right? The mirror with the reflection. I love that. That's a whole vibe. So I think, I mean, it doesn't look super childlike, that's all. But maybe I've got some toys in the household inventory. Do we even, I could have sworn we had like some toy that was not those little bitty toys from werewolves, right? But we just don't. I don't know what I was thinking of in my brain, but we just don't. But I would like there to be some kind of toy. Maybe we can put a toy box at the end of the bed, one of the ones that looks a little bit worn. Do I actually have one in the household inventory? I might. So that at the end of the bed could be cute. And I've just had a thought. These pictures above are gonna go because I'm pretty sure we've got in our tarot cards, I'm pretty sure there's a werewolf graphic in here. Let me just find it. There it is. Beautiful. Perfect. I feel like that suits better with the color scheme that we've got anyway. That's so much cuter. Yeah, I'm feeling so much better about this side of the room now. That's so good. I am also thinking of getting Pixel, the friendly bear, back out just because we don't have enough toys. And look, he's looking so sad. I feel like he needs to be made friends with in this bedroom, right? So let's get into some curtains and then I reckon it'll be up to cluttering. So let's have a look. I'm trying to think of like disheveled curtains. The werewolves comes with these tarps, but that's not quite the direction I'm going in now. I would like there to be some cuteness to the disheveledness. So it's making me think that I'm gonna get these spooky day curtains that we had for Ben's Journey to Batu bedroom that we had in here just before, these ones, because they were disheveled, ratted and tatted, but still kind of cute. And they don't take over a lot of the window. Like you can still see the cuteness of the window panes and stuff. I don't feel like they distract from what we've got going on in this bedroom. So I feel like that's fine. Now I'm going to do some cluttering. So I'll be right back with you once I finish doing the cluttering to show you the finished werewolves bedroom.
Many minutes later.
All right, you guys, here we are with the cluttered shelves all done. I think that is really, really cute for this werewolves themed bedroom. Absolutely adorable. The vibe came together. I wasn't sure to begin with, but once I decided it wasn't going to be so serious, yeah, I reckon that's really, really cute for my little girl Luna. And then over this side of the room, we have a fully cluttered like bookshelf area. We've even got a little guitar here, a werewolf guitar, and the little seating area. I think this is very, very cute. Absolutely adorable for my little girl Luna. So in the next episode of the Occult Baby Challenge, she's going to become a child and she's going to move into this bedroom. With that being said, you guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a kid's bedroom to be werewolves themed, and the next one is going to be an interesting one because recently in the Occult Baby Challenge we had a baby with Larry Lobster Larry. I think it's Lobster Larry that they refer to him as in The Sims 4 Discover University, and he is the mascot for Foxberry Institute. So we're going to be making a Foxberry Institute themed kids bedroom. It's going to be very university dorm with a couple of little extra bits and bobs. I'm excited for that. So if you'd like to see that video or any of my other Sims 4 content, then hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Leave me a wolf emoji in the comments down below to let me know that you got this far in the video, you enjoyed watching this werewolves themed renovation come to life, and you're very excited to see a Foxbury Institute dorm themed bedroom come to life in the next one. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!